Alongside that, the United States has started to plan what it's called a first of its kind trade and investment mission. What do you make of that? That has not been defined during the visit, but that's what the U.S. now plans to do, to embark on a first of its kind trade and investment mission. What would that be? No, nobody has defined it precisely, but what do you see that to be, and what should it be if you are asked?
If I may, I think what it should be. First, the Philippines will have to define where we are competitive. What kind of relations, what kind of economic activity do we want to put forward? I don't think becoming a BPO or a call center for the companies or for the economic system of other countries will be a good one for the Philippines. I think the Philippines, first of all, will have to define its own agenda. Where are we competitive? Definitely being a voice of the customer service of the U.S. companies will not be a good one for the Philippines. But right now, I think we have to start entertaining how are we going to place ourselves in the AI, GPT that is currently emerging. And I think that is an opportunity where we are good at. I think in terms of software development, the Philippines can play a very important role there. When it comes to AI, I think we can be a good AI hub. But definitely, if we start looking at or going back to the old model, where we are providing raw materials to the U.S. and then we are importing finished products from the U.S. in an unbalanced trade, that will not be good for the country. So right now, I think before we start talking about trade relations with the U.S. or any countries for that matter, we have to make sure where we are competitive and where we can strike a good balance of trade with other countries. And this is a good opportunity because the U.S. itself is saying that they're going to send trade and investment mission. Where are they going to invest? Where are going to what kind of trading are they going to propose to the Philippines? But before we entertain that, we have to make sure that we know where we are competitive in.
There's one thing that's not discussed yet in the exchanges, which is the role of ASEAN. Interestingly, one of Leon Madriguera, one of our secretaries or Secretary of Foreign Affairs during the 1950s, if I'm not mistaken, he pointed out that there are things that would be constant and even permanent. Our relationship with the United States is very important. Started in the 1890s, but we are part of Asia. We cannot do away with our relationship with our the other Asian nations. The ASEAN is a very important ship and a very important regional association for us not to miss it. When we talk about using our cards, it's fine we're using the United States, part of our features in this grand strategy, but it should not be the United States alone that is the strategy that we count on. That is part of it. That would be bilateral and some multilateral. But you have to stretch even the strategy. We have to coordinate our efforts as far as South China is concerned, and even dealing with China with our colleagues in the Southeast Asian Association. You cannot do away with that.
Are we doing it?
Are
we taking the most active possible active role?
I am not privy to what the DFA particularly is doing as far as the ASEAN, because what we hear or read from the press is the controversy or the significance of this commitment, MDT and EDCA and the like, with the United States. But even at the back channeling, we have to coordinate.